What's up, my people? I'm Jay Cotto. Welcome to the Boxing and Jedi's Tavern. And today we're going to talk about the Eminem review, KAMIKAZE interview that he had with Sway. And, you know, just have to say that the 15 minutes of it, the whole 15 minutes, I mean, he basically touched on the fans. He touched on the part with the fans. He, about his albums, on how certain albums he was feeling, certain albums he wasn't feeling, certain albums that he thought that were better than others that he dropped. But the thing I want to touch here is exactly what I was saying, that and this is with any art form, whether it's acting, making music, being an artist on paper or a canvas. People elevate their style. They go through transitions. It's evolution. Not saying that it's an excuse, but basically those that have been paying attention to Eminem and understood that, okay, it's not a great album, but it's not, it's far from it's sucking. You know what I mean? As long as people can understand that, and that's where he's getting offended at, because we seen this man transition. We seen him go through rehab. We see him go through things with his wife and his daughter. Things. I mean, we've seen Eminem go through a lot of things, man. And for us to just let shit be like, like, oh, his shit sucked. That hurts a certain artist that you follow. The ones that didn't understand, that were expecting and saying you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. That's why it sucked to you. That's why, because you weren't actually following M. You know what I'm saying? Now, I do understand, when people say, oh, but that's false advertisement, or you have to follow the popular by demand. I can understand all of that, but at the same time, you have to see that the man was transitioning. He was going through, and we should be lucky. At the same time, thankful that he actually had the time to take. What I'm saying? Not like the other rappers that done left and they promised to come back and then even or even said that they didn't even say they were coming back and just left you. At least we had him taking care of his responsibility, dropping albums, doing what he had to do. Of course, to feed his family, but at the same time, taking care of us. It wasn't like he sat there intentionally and just started just writing down a whole bunch of hoopla and shit like the rest of these motherfuckers do it, where you could tell it's obvious. And even if you compare, because this is what Joe Budden and everybody said, that especially 10 years, I was better than you, blah, blah, blah. But even those albums that you consider mediocre, Recovery, fucking Encore, right? Those are albums you consider mediocre, but he went platinum with them shits. He was still standing the test of time. So, like I said, it's just hate and jealousy and all that shit. There was a certain follower to the channel. Welcome. She wants to. I guess you wanna know the meaning of cipher, a rhyme cipher. A rhyme cipher is when you're standing around in a circle and you got beats playing. And if if you're a lyricist, you come out and you just come out and rhyme and flow, and it's sort of like a little powwow. You know what I mean? Pass Bloods. It's just something that we used to do when we were younger. They need to bring that shit back. But yeah, that's what a cipher is. But it's just some shit where people are not understanding the craft and how he was able to come out and do this. And then a lot of artists tried to come back and they couldn't come back. M is back, like, you know what I mean? And M came out dissing everybody, attacking the boy bands and the girl pops and all that, right? And he's doing it in rap. Joe Budden claimed that, oh, you just can't do that in rap. You just can't come in and rap. And then, well, he's gonna do it. Now tonight there's a part two. Tonight is a fucking part two. There's a part two to this shit, and that's when he's gonna get really into it. Now, what's shocking to me is that he says that he dissed MGK over something even more petty. So not only did he diss him because it had to do something with him saying his daughter and trying to sexualize it more, social media, it also has to do with something more even petty. So let's see what it is, man. It's interesting. It's getting interesting. And I'm more than sure he's gonna answer that Joe Button shit. Now, to those guys on the podcast that were blasted on, and you guys were talked upon, and you decided to do your talkative raps, well, Emin's now doing his talkative raps. And I said, if he comes out and he decides to enter your domain because y'all scared to get into his, if he starts the talkative rap, right? Let's not even call it an interview. It's talkative rap, right? Because that's what Joe Button and Lord Jamal think they're doing, right? Doing the talkative rap, right? They should be ashamed of themselves because they MCs, so they should be rapping back, but they doing the talkative rap. So now M is on another level now. Because now he's doing the talkative rap style. So now he's coming out, he's sitting down and he's talking like you're talking. So here we go. So y'all either any field y'all got to do with linguistics or anything, M is gonna eat you on. He's gonna eat you on your talkative rap platform. There's no other way to look at this shit, man. How else would you look at this? I mean, think about it. How else would you look at this? How else can you look at this? You can't look at this no other way. No matter what you try to put in front of him, he's already so used to the adversity. You know what I mean? That he just the obstacles are like nothing, man. You know what I mean? And Busta Rhymes and 50 Cent's got some beef now. These motherfuckers got some beef now where 50 Cent came out and said some shit about him having Busta Rhymes having the biggest neck muscles in hip hop. He should get a award for that. And Busta Rhymes, you know, I guess because he's a man, he don't play like that, so he came out and called him a fucking flat tire in the face. Ass. Yo, this is gonna be a good battle too. So it's 50 Cent and fucking Busta Rhymes. I think Busta Rhymes drops an album today, if I'm not mistaken. That's another legend you got. That he nasty too. So I just hope this stays on wax. I hope you don't go past that. You know what I mean? I hope these guys have good sportsmanship. You know, these guys been on wax together before. You know, these guys with Team Shady at one. You know what I'm saying? They were in the Aftermath camp. So, you know, this is gonna be interesting. See, now we talking. The man I want to see get into the fucking square is Redman. Redman already made it. He made it clear in a hip hop interview. He came out and said, "I will burn any MC today." So I would like Redman, my man Reggie Noble, no doubt, to get back on. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's apocalypse. You feel what I'm saying? And that's it, man. You know, tonight, watch that interview. It's gonna be killer. That interview is gonna be great. It's good for the soul. You know what I mean? And it's good for the competitiveness. I'm telling you, now it's 50 Cent and Busta Rhymes. Be on the lookout for that. You don't believe me? Do the research. Trust me. You're gonna see exactly what I'm talking about. And you're gonna be rubbing your hands together like, oh, and those newbies that are actually paying attention, enjoy these rap battles. Enjoy the bars that are dropped. I'm telling you, it's gonna be classic. Otherwise than that, I'm Jay Carter, your boy, telling the truth on everything. No doubt, man. I'll catch you boxing heads a little bit later. I got a surprise for y'all. Peace.